Good evening, everyone. Tanya here. I wanted to get on because um, I've been talking to a lot of parents over the years about big emotions and in our kids, but also in ourselves. And I just wanted to talk about 3 ways that your parent may have been emotionally unavailable. Um, I don't know if everybody's aware, but um, childhood trauma can stem from more than just physical abuse or sexual abuse. It can be from emotional neglect or emotional um, unavailability. So sometimes our parents weren't able to provide presence in our big emotions growing up. And it could be for a number of reasons. I'm here just to share with 3 things. Your parent may have had their own childhood trauma that they were dealing with. So they may have been unavailable to deal with your emotions because they were never given the opportunity to deal with their own. So they may have had their own abuse, um, and that could have led to some other issues, substance abuse, um, drug abuse, alcoholism. What else did I write down? Any mental health issues. So a lot of times there could be PTSD involved. And then the mental health issues, depression, bipolar, anxiety, any of these things could be one of the reasons they were not emotionally available to you. The second one, they were just absent. So they may not have had an intimate relationship with you for one reason or another. Could have been divorce, could have been they needed to leave the relationship for some reason. It could just be, so a lot of times we have a decent relationship with our parents, or so we think, until we start trying to develop relationships or parenting, when we realize we have some emotional immaturity, or we haven't developed fully in our capacity to deal with other people's emotions. And, divorce is one reason a parent could have been absent, but another could be that they just worked a lot. They worked a lot of hours and just weren't available to you. Or they, let's see, yeah, they didn't have much time to give towards building an intimate relationship with you. Um, a big one these days is checking out on social media or the internet and being unavailable to your children. So I'm not here to place blame on anybody, but just knowing that if your parent, if you feel like your parent wasn't there emotionally, that could be a really big one. I've been guilty of it. When I'm stressed out, checking out. Um, there is a time and a place for it when you need to do that for stress levels. But if you are doing that consistently and you have small children trying to get your attention and you're not present with their emotions, that is another way of not being emotionally available to them. And the third one, putting a child down. So emotional abuse, or name calling, just verbal, what is it called? Just being judgmental and critical of them, really hard on your children. That doesn't build an intimate relationship. They're not able to really fully embody their own self, and their own emotions. So belittling them, things like that. So those are the 3 reasons I wanted to share with you tonight about your parent may not have been emotionally available to you, and then it shows up in our relationships in ways that we are not expecting sometimes. If you've had any of these through childhood, it often comes out in our parenting. Now, as a teacher, I worked hard at building relationships and trust and dealing with big emotions, especially preschool kids. They have a lot of emotions, but when it came to my own children, I was ready to escape the emotions. I could not handle my own children's big emotions. I would start to panic and be afraid and kind of realize I suppressed a lot of things in my own childhood. I wasn't dealing with my own children's emotions. So, if you are looking for strategies and tools to be more available emotionally and not as reactive with your children's big emotions, I have my Facebook group. There are tons of videos in there, challenges, free trainings, all of that. I'll put the links here. So jump into my Facebook group for any of that, any help with self regulation, and more research on childhood trauma and stress and things like that. Um, I am also becoming a parent coach. So I will have coaching hours soon, um, group coaching where we can all talk about these things and I can help work through some of them. Really excited to make that announcement. So stay tuned. My Facebook group is where I'm going to be announcing all the details, and that's where I put, you know, first first announcements, deals, discounts, that kind of stuff. So I'll put my Facebook group here and jump in if this is something that really resonates with you. Have a great night, everybody.